Hello guys, welcome to another video of Nitin classes. This is the fourth video of the chapter 8 trigonometry of class 10. If you have not watched the previous videos, I suggest you to go and watch the previous videos for the easy reference in this video. In this video, I'm going to start with this trigonometric table, and if we have enough time, we will go for the second exercise 8.2 of this chapter. So this table, this trigonometric table is used for finding the trigonometric ratios of some standard angles 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree basically. And this may look quite complicated at the beginning, but trust me, it's very simple once you get to know the technique how to remember it. In this video I'm just gonna teach you the simplest technique you can know to memorize this table, and you can remember it whole through your life. So let's begin it. For the first trigonometric ratio, that is sine A, what we do is we just simply write numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 column wise, and then divide all the 5 numbers by 4. It is 0 by 4, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and 4 by 4. And the next step is we take the root over. It is a square root and then the square root. We take the positive square root here. Once we are done, we get the value of this. So 0 by 4 we get as 0, 1 by 4 we get 1 by 2 basically, and this gets cancelled out, so it becomes root over 1 by 2, and it becomes root 3 by 2, because root 4 is 2 and root over 3 we take as root 3, and 4 by 4 it becomes 1, so it becomes root 1. So basically the value of sine 0 degree becomes 0, the value of sine 30 becomes 1 by 2, and the value of sine 45 becomes 1 by root 2, because root 1 is again 1, and the value of sine 60 becomes root 3 by 2, and the value of sine 90 becomes 1. So I guess this is very simple. You can easily remember this: 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. So this is the only thing you need to learn in this table. The rest all will come automatically. See how. For the cos of A, we just need to reverse this column. Like it is 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. It will be same in the reverse order for cos of A. We start with 1 here, then root 3 by 2 here, and then 1 by root 2 comes here, and 1 by 2 goes there, and the last becomes 0. So the cos of A is nothing but the values of sine A in the reverse order. So see, very simple. Once you get to know the values of sine of A and tan of A, as I have, you just need to remember this one simple thing for getting the values of tan of A is the ratio of sine of A and cos of A. So if we divide these two numbers, we get the value of tan of A. That is, for tan of 0 degree we need to divide the value of sine 0 degree and cos 0 degree, that is 0 by 1. And for sine 30 degree we need to divide the value of sine 30 and cos 30. So it becomes 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. And for 45 we need to divide the value of cos sine 45 and cos 45, that is this and this. So it becomes 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2. And for sine 60, this is divided by this, that is root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. And for tan 90 we need to divide this by this, that is 1 divided by 0. Now anything divided by 0 divided by anything, it becomes 0 itself. And here we see that the denominator of the upper fraction and the lower fraction is same, so it just get cancelled out, and all we remain is with 1 by root 3. This is the value of tan 30 degree, 1 by root 3. and 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, all this gets cancelled out and it remains with 1. And here also the denominator of the upper fraction and the lower fraction are 2, so they get cancelled out, and we remain it only with root 3 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator, which ultimately leads to root 3 and 1 by 0. Can anyone guess the value of 1 by 0? Like is there any number which we multiply by 0 then we get 1? No, there is no such number which when multiplied by 0 it gives us 1. So the value of 1 by 0 is not defined, and hence the value of tan 90 degree is not defined. So see, very simple. To write the values of tan A, we just need to remember this simple formula: tan of A is equal to sine of A divided by cos of A, and then we just come to this values. Then for cosec of A, we just need to remember, I guess you all remember this simple identity, the formula you can say. Cosec of A is nothing but the reciprocal of sine of A. So we can write the value of cosec of A from the values of sine of A just by reversing, by reciprocating the values of the sine of A. Like for 0 it becomes 1 by 0, which is again not defined. For 1 by 2, when we do its reciprocal, it is 1 by 1 by 2, it becomes 2, and it becomes 1 by 1 by root 2, which becomes root 2, and the reciprocal of 1 by root 3 by 2, it becomes 2 by root 3, and reciprocal of 1 is 1. I guess you know what is reciprocal. Suppose it's there is any number a by b, then the reciprocal of this number becomes 1 by ab, or simply we can write this as b by a. So what we can do is, by reciprocal we just mean just interchanging the numerator and the denominator. Now there are two techniques for writing the value of sec of A. Either we can just reverse the values of cosec of A, or we can write the values of the reciprocals of the cos of A. It will be easy if we write the inverse of these values. Like this 1 comes here, this 2 by 3, 2 by root 3 comes here, root 2 stays here, 2 comes here, and this is not defined. And then cot of A. Cot of A is nothing but the inverse of this tan of A. You all know cot of A is equal to inverse of, or not inverse actually, the reciprocal of, you can say inverse also, the reciprocal of tan of A. So either we can just take the inverse, the reciprocal of these values, or we can just simply reverse it. Then we can get the value of cot of A. Like the values of tan A are 0, 1 by 3, 1 by root 3, 1, root 3 are not defined. So the values of cot of A becomes not defined, root 3, 1, 1 by root 3, and 0. So we write this as not defined, root 3, 1, 1 by root 3, and 0. So simply from this 5 numbers we completed this whole table. So I'm repeating again how to remember this 5 value. What we do is, first we write all 5 numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We divide this by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4, and then take the square root of all those. So it becomes 0, it becomes 1 by 2, it becomes 1 by root 2, and it becomes root 3 by 2, and it will become 1. So it gives sine 0, sine 30, sine 45, sine 60, and sine 90. And by reversing it, we get the values for cos. So cos 0, cos 30, cos 45, cos 60, and then cos 90. And for tan, what we do is just divide these two numbers, 0 by 1, 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2, and hence carry on. For cosec of A, what we do is take the reciprocal of the values of sine of A. For sec of A, either what we do, we reverse the values of cosec of A, or we take the reciprocal for the values of cos A. And for cot A, either we take the reciprocal of tan of A, or simply just inverse the values of tan of A. Then in this way we can just complete this whole table just by knowing these 5 values. I hope you are cleared with this, because this table is very much important for calculations and much applications of trigonometry. You can't just remember this table in one day. By practicing, by regular watching the table and using it, you can just understand how it comes, and it will just stuck in your mind. So what I personally request student is to just practice this video, this table, how to make it and solve various problems. If you solve the problems using the table, you can just simply memorize it. Not memorize it, will just be in your mind, just like ABCD. You don't remember, learn ABCD, just stuck in your mind. And same as this with this table, it will just stuck in your mind if we just practice it again and again. So let's move to some of the examples before going into the exercise 8.2. This example I have taken here. This is not there is no such problem in the exercise, so I have personally taken this problem. This is very important for the concept of using the trigonometric table. See, what is given here is, in the triangle ABC, which is right angle at angle B, the length of AB is given 5 cm, and angle ACB, this angle is given 30 degree. This is the figure 8.19. Determine the lengths of BC. We have to determine BC and AC. So we use the trigonometric table, this table, to find the values of this two. Now you will ask how we can use this table to solve this problem. Just wait for a moment and I will show you. It's very interesting, trust me. Yeah, basically we just take these 3 trigonometric ratios for solving various problems, because these 3 are just basically the reciprocal of these 3 only. From the very first video of this chapter, I have taught you one simple sentence. Some people have that is sine, people have perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos it becomes curly black hairs, and tan it is permanently brown. So sine is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos is the ratio of base by hypotenuse, and tan is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse. So here we see that we are given one angle. Suppose it is C, suppose C and C, and we are given the perpendicular. So we are given this value and this value. So in order to determine the hypotenuse first, suppose we have to determine the value of BC, that is the base, that is this value. So from a table we can get the value of tan 30 degree, and we know the value of P, so we can determine the value of B. So we can use this trigonometric ratio to determine the value of BC, and to determine the value of AC, that is the hypotenuse. We see that the value of perpendicular is given. We know the table of sine C from the table, sine 30 degree, and we can determine the value of hypotenuse. We don't use this as we don't know the base and the hypotenuse. Or once we have known the value of base from suppose this problem, then we can use this trigonometric ratio to determine the hypotenuse. So let me show you how it is done. So the first value, suppose tan of C. Tan of C, it becomes a ratio of the perpendicular and the base. The perpendicular is AB and the base is BC. Alright. Now C is 30 degree, then 30 degree, it becomes AB. AB is given to be 5 centimeter and the BC is unknown. So now we use this table. We have to determine the value of tan 30 degree. So we follow this. tan 30. So it becomes 1 by root 3. The value of tan 30 is 1 by root 3 and it becomes 5 by BC. We do the cross multiplication to find the value of BC to be 5 into root 3 centimeter. And for the next section, that is to determine the value of AC, what we do, we take sine, because we are known with this value perpendicular and we have to determine hypotenuse. We use this ratio, sine 30, because sine C is 30, and perpendicular by hypotenuse. The perpendicular is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. Now the value of sine 30 is 1 by 2. So we get 1 by 2 is equal to, AB is given to be 5 and AC. So AC becomes, by cross multiplication, 5 into 2. So AC becomes 10 centimeter. So it's that simple. Once we have known this table, we can easily solve this, and this is the main thing. You just by some institutions you can know which value, which trigonometric ratio is used to be used when. This can be easily done once you have practiced many examples of trigonometric such problems. Now let's move to the second example. Here also we use the trigonometric table to solve this problem. So the question given here is, in triangle PQR, right angle at Q, the length of PQ is 3 cm and the length of PR is 6 cm, and we have to determine the angle of angle QPR and angle PRQ. First we determine, let's suppose determine this angle. See now, there can be three cases. We can use three trigonometric ratios, either sine of R or cos of R or tan of R. It becomes perpendicular by hypotenuse, it is base by hypotenuse, and it is perpendicular by base. Now we see that we know the value of the hypotenuse and the perpendicular. So we see in which trigonometric ratio these two things are included. In this, the base is included, but we don't know the value of base. Here also the base is given, but we don't know base. But in this sine ratio, we see that the perpendicular is 3 cm and the hypotenuse is 6 cm. So we can use this trigonometric ratio to find the value of angle R. So we use this one. This one is just for reference. You don't need this to solve. You just need this trigonometric ratio. You see that sine of R is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. The perpendicular is 3 cm and the hypotenuse is 6. So it becomes 1 by 2, implies we get sine of R to be, it becomes half, and from the trigonometric table we see that the value of half, it becomes sine 30 degree. So it becomes sine 30 degree, and on comparing sine R is equal to sine 30 degree, we get the value of angle R to be 30 degree. And we know in a right angle triangle, the sum of the other two sides except the right angle is 90 degree. That is angle P and angle R. From right angle triangle PQR, we find the sum of the angles of angle P and angle R is 90 degree, and we have found the angle R to be 30 degree. So we can easily find angle P, which comes out to be 90 degree minus 30 degree, 60 degree. Therefore angle P, or we can write it as angle QPR, it comes out to be 60 degree, and angle R or angle PRQ is 30 degree.